What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got NFL Week 11 Power Rankings. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. There was a lot of crazy low-scoring affairs that happened in this past week, so let's take a look at our top 10. Before we get into the top 10, let's take a look at our honorable mentions. Our first team is going to be the Chicago Bears. Welcome back to the honorable mention category. They're out here looking like a complete football team, coming back and getting a big win over the New Jersey Giants. Yes, they were without Jackson Dart for the latter half of that football game, but the Bears are able to establish the run game, and their defense is actually looking a lot better than what I was expecting from the beginning of the season. So the Bears get the first honorable mention spot. My second honorable mention team, I do have the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks, maybe even a month since the Ravens have even been mentioned, even close to being in the power rankings. With the Pittsburgh Steelers falling off of a cliff, they're looking to take back the AFC North crown. And yes, the Ravens, after a pretty decent win over my Minnesota Vikings, are back in the honorable mention category and are looking to get to the top 10 next week. And my final team in the honorable mention, I am so sorry to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are finally out of the power rankings. I do have the Green Bay Packers taking the final honorable mention spot. That was an absolutely disgusting display of football that happened last night against the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought about getting rid of both teams because I think it was 0-0 at halftime. Absolutely diabolical, undisgraceful. The Vikings could never have only 0 points at halftime. Don't look at any recent games, especially in week 1. But the Packers get the last honorable mention spot for now. Now we are moving into the top 10. Coming at number 10, you guys are lucky I decided to keep you in these freaking rankings. I do have the Buffalo Bills, who got absolutely mollywopped by the Miami Dolphins this past week, and it's absolutely embarrassing amongst all fronts. Shout out to Josh Allen for sucking ding-dong for me in fantasy football this week, but this just comes down to the defense not being able to stop Tua Tagovailoa. Yes, they did get 2 interceptions, but why was he out there throwing darts to Jalen Waddle, who they were talking about trading throughout the whole entire trade deadline, along with Devin Achane, who couldn't seem to get stopped by anything? Even if a moving car tried to stop him, he would still run through 3 Buffalo Bills before going down. The Bills get the number 10 spot, and my goodness, you guys are lucky to be here still. At the number 9 spot, I do have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are coming off the bye, so they're going to be well rested. I think they have a pretty decent game coming up. It's maybe against the Ravens. I'm not entirely sure, but the Patrick Mahomes-led offense is still looking to put in some work after coming off a tough loss to Buffalo a couple weeks prior. That loss is looking even worse now, because the only reason I have the Chiefs above the Bills is because I don't think the Chiefs would lose to the Dolphins right now, but the Bills just did. That's my only explanation. If you want to go see the Bills above the Chiefs, go look at, NFL standings or whatever. This is power rankings, not the NFL standings. Give me the Chiefs at number 9. I forgot how bad these bottom 3 spots are. At number 8, I do have the Denver Broncos, who are coming off a 10-7 win against the Las Vegas Raiders all the way back on Thursday, which feels like 5 years ago. But yeah, my God, the Denver Broncos might be the worst 8-2 team in NFL history. Not entirely sure what their offense is doing, but their defense is looking like one of the best in NFL history. So shout out to the Denver Broncos defense getting the number 8 spot. Coming in at number 7, we just have teams that didn't even put up 20 points this past week. We do have the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the reigning Super Bowl champions. And yes, they're winning one-score games, and they did defeat, which I thought was a good team, in the Green Bay Packers last night on Monday. But Jalen Hurts just out here playing some inconsistent football. Saquon Barkley couldn't get anything going yesterday. The only good game he had was against the New Jersey Giants, and Eagles are just trying to stay relevant right now, trying to get through a rough patch. They're still winning football games. They're going to win their division, no problem. So they will be there when it comes late January and get the number 7 spot. Finally, we're getting to some football teams here. At number 6, I do have the Los Angeles Chargers, who destroyed the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football, coming at the number 6 spot. Even without any of their starting 3 running backs, Kamani Vidal is still trying to find some room behind that banged-up offensive line that doesn't have Joe All or Rashawn Slater. People keep saying the 49ers and Giants have all these injury concerns. Look at the Los Angeles Chargers depth chart. I think Urinating Tree posted a thing on Twitter where there was 4 offensive linemen who were literally ranked dead last in Pro Football Focus in their respective positions. Absolutely diabolical stuff there, but the Chargers get the number 6 spot because they're still finding ways to win football games. Now we get into the top 5. Coming at number 5, I do have the Detroit Detroit Lions, who I thought about putting up to number 4, but I decided to keep giving respect to that number 4 spot. But, I mean, they're coming off a big win against the Washington Commanders, who didn't have Jaden Daniels, but the Lions offense is working like a locomotive right now. They're not going to be able to get stopped. Ford would be very, very proud of this football team, and the Lions are going to keep rolling, as I do have them probably making the NFC Championship game, as long as, you know, a certain team down south has something to say about that. But the Lions come in at number 5. At the number 4 spot, I do have Jonathan Taylor, a.k.a. the Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor pulled out the hat trick once again in Germany, and they beat the Falcons in overtime. I knew that game was going to be a lot closer than what most people were giving them credit for. But yeah, my goodness, dude, the Colts offense is running more smoothly than butter right now, and the defense with Sauce Gardner now, they're going to be a very, very scary team to play, especially when it comes into colder months, because they are playing in Indianapolis. I'm pretty sure it's already snowing here where I'm at. I'm sure it's probably snowing over there. Good thing they play in a dome. But yeah, the Colts come in at number 4. At the number 3 spot, welcome to the top 3 for the first time this season. I do have the Seattle Seahawks, so I believe Sam Darnold only played 3 quarters against. They were up 35-0. I mean, I'm already forgetting who they even played. But anyway, the Seahawks offense is looking unstoppable. Jackson Smith and Jigba looking to get Offensive Player of the Year. They played the Cardinals. I figured it out in the middle of that sentence right there. Yeah, a big division win for the Seahawks there. And I think Sam Darnold only threw 17 pass attempts. I know there was a lot of running in that game. I know Kenneth Walker was the only running back that didn't score. Shout out to Kenneth Walker for your fantasy football teams. But yeah, Seahawks come in at number 3. At the number 2 spot, I do have Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. It just seems like the Rams are very under the radar right now, which is good because they don't need any focus on them. They're in a loaded division. You know, the 49ers, the Seahawks, and, well, the Cardinals are, you know, the Arizona Cardinals. So it might not be that loaded, especially at the bottom. But Kyren Williams is getting this running game going. They did have a sack, I don't believe, last week. But if you're able to put up 44 points without really sweating that much, you're going to be in the top 3. And the Rams might be looking to get that number 1 spot next week, but there's no contest at the number 1 spot right now. Like I said, there's absolutely no contest. Back-to-back weeks at the number 1 spot, I do have the New England Patriots coming off a big win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are missing a lot of talent on that offense. But this is just more about Drake May being an alien. He is in year 2, guys. He is in year 2. He is defeating the Bills in the regular season in the division standings right now. No one had that coming. I said the Patriots are going to be a wild card team at 10-7. They are performing my expectations and even going past them. The Patriots are the team to freaking win the Super Bowl, in my opinion, right now. It might be Patriots Rams, and that would be a very cool Super Bowl. A Patriots Colts AFC Championship game. There will be someone not named the Kansas City Chiefs come out of the AFC this season, and I am very, very excited to see who it's going to be. My money is on the Patriots personally, and they get the number 1 spot. That's all I have for you today. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the recent love and support. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for NFL Week 11 predictions with my guy, the Cringy Gamer. We both struggled this past week, and I can't wait to recap it with y'all tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.